The galactic transit hub on Station Meridian buzzed with the usual chaos of 1,000 species converging in one space. Merchants hawked bioluminescent jewelry, travelers argued over gate assignments, and the air hummed with translator implants working overtime. Seren Kathir maneuvered her mobility chair through the crowd with practiced efficiency. Her violet skin caught the artificial light, and her crystalline eyes, trademark features of the Kathir species, remained fixed ahead. She'd learned long ago not to meet the stares. Her people were known across the galaxy for their telepathic abilities and their fragile bone structure. What they weren't known for was needing assistance to move. She was one of the few. The chair wasn't like human wheelchairs. It hovered on anti-gravity repulsors, responding to neural commands through a headpiece woven into her silver hair. Elegant, efficient, and to some, a target. "Look at the cripple," someone muttered in Valcon, the trade language. Serene's translator caught it, but she kept moving. Dignity, her mother always said, was choosing which battles to fight. She didn't see them coming. 3 Krolith males, hulking reptilians who stood nearly 8 feet tall, stepped into her path. Their species dominated the security sector across multiple systems, and they knew it. One of them, scales gleaming with youth and arrogance, grinned with too many teeth. "Need some help?" he asked in mocking tones. Before Seren could respond, his companion reached down and yanked the neural interface from her head. The chair died instantly, dropping 6 inches to the floor with a metallic thud. Seren gasped, gripping the armrests as the world tilted. Without the neural link, the chair was just dead weight. "Oops," the Krolith laughed, tossing the headpiece to his friend. "Butterfingers." They began playing catch with it, each throw taking them farther from Seren. The crowd parted around them, some watching with discomfort, others with amusement. No one intervened. The Krolith worked station security. Who would dare? Seren's hands trembled. Not from fear, she'd endured worse, but from the helplessness. The indignity of being made into a spectacle. Her telepathic abilities, usually her strength, felt useless here. She could sense their cruel joy, their petty satisfaction, but couldn't stop them. "Give it back." Her voice was steady despite everything. "Come get it." One sneered. Then a hand caught the headpiece mid-throw. The hand belonged to a human, and the Krolith hadn't even seen him approach. He was shorter than them by 2 feet, built lean rather than bulky, with iron-gray hair cropped military short. His left leg, Seren noticed, had the telltale shimmer of a prosthetic. Marcus Hale held the neural interface carefully, examining it with the kind of attention one gave to ordnance. "That's not yours," he said quietly. His voice carried an edge that made several nearby travelers suddenly remember they had somewhere else to be. The largest Krolith stepped forward, puffing his chest. "Back off, human. This doesn't concern your kind." "You're right," Marcus agreed, still not raising his voice. "Normally I'd walk away. I've seen enough violence for 10 lifetimes. He looked down at the headpiece, then at Seren, still stranded in her dead chair. "But I watched you 3 target her. Waited to see if anyone would step in." His eyes, cold and gray as winter steel, locked onto the Krolith. "No one did. So what?" The Krolith laughed. "You going to fight all 3 of us, old man? We run security here. Marcus moved. Later, security footage would be studied at the academy. Combat instructors would slow it down frame by frame, analyzing the efficiency. But in real time, it was simply devastating. The first Krolith's knee inverted with a crack that echoed through the terminal. Marcus had swept low, prosthetic leg, driving through the joint with hydraulic precision. As the alien fell, Marcus was already pivoting, his elbow catching the second Krolith's femur at the perfect angle. The bone shattered. The third Krolith reached for his stun baton. Marcus caught his wrist, twisted, and brought his knee up into the alien's thigh with calculated force. Another crack. Another scream, 7 seconds. 3 attackers. 6 shattered legs. Marcus stood amid the carnage, breathing steady, the neural interface still pristine in his hand. The crowd had gone silent. Even the station's ambient noise seemed to have paused. He walked to Seren, knelt with the care of someone who understood pain, and gently placed the headpiece in her hands. "Apologies for the violence," he said softly, "but I spent 20 years watching bullies with uniforms think they were untouchable." His prosthetic leg whirred slightly as he stood. "Lost this stopping people like them. Figured I might as well put the lesson to use." Serene's fingers trembled as she reconnected the interface. The chair hummed to life, lifting smoothly. She looked at Marcus, really looked, and her telepathic sense caught glimpses of his past. Battlefields, brothers lost, a lifetime of protecting those who couldn't protect themselves. "Thank you," she whispered. Marcus shrugged, just leveling the playing field. He glanced at the groaning Krolith. "They'll heal. Modern medicine's pretty good, but maybe they'll think twice next time." Station security arrived moments later, different officers, their expressions grim as they assessed the scene. Dozens of witnesses stepped forward, their testimonies unanimous. The Krolith had attacked first. The human had defended. As Marcus gave his statement, Saran waited. When he finished, she floated her chair beside him. "Why?" she asked. "You don't know me. My people aren't even allied with humans." Marcus looked at her, and for the first time he smiled. It was tired, sad but genuine. "Ma'am, I've fought beside and against just about every species in this galaxy, and I learned something. Cruelty is cruelty regardless of who's doing it." He touched his prosthetic leg. "And dignity? That's worth fighting for. Every time." They walked together toward the gates, the crowd parting with newfound respect. Behind them, medics tended to the Krolith, and whispers spread through the station. The humans, they would say, were not to be underestimated. They looked soft, sounded diplomatic, seemed weak, but crossed the line, hurt the innocent. And you'd learn what veterans of 100 wars already knew. Humanity didn't just fight for themselves, they fought for anyone who couldn't. And they never, ever forgot how.